Hey, what's up, Canes fans? It's your boy Nitty. Hey, let's talk about this game yesterday. So that first half, I kind of expected that because Miami comes out of the bye week. You know, things are not fixed. You know, team came out flat. Offensively, great. Boom, went down the field, scored, and then after that, cold. You know, and that's been the theme with this team. That's been the theme. Think about it. In all the games this year, besides the first and the second game, up and down. You know, dig a hole for yourself. Got to climb out of it. It's the same thing. It's like the offense goes super cold. Defense can't stop anybody. Same thing in the first half. Great. The good thing about yesterday against Wake Forest is that we were able to, adjust in the second half. Defense made some plays. Made the stops. Back-to-back stops on drives and not giving up points. And really kind of shutting Wake Forest down in the second half. Why couldn't we get that in the first half? I don't know. That's something that they got to try to figure this out. Because from now moving forward, whether of course, obviously we play Syracuse. There's nothing really guaranteed after the Syracuse game. So you beat Syracuse, now you playing SMU. They already unlocked up their slot or they spot in the ACC championship game. That's going to be a tough game because Miami ain't going to match up well against SMU, just how explosive their offense is. So that, I don't even really want to talk too much about SMU because they still got to get through Syracuse. Has anybody seen Syracuse play? They're going to pose some challenges for the Canes. I'm not saying Miami can't win, but it's going to be a tough game. And then it's up there in their place, sold out in the dome. It's going to be loud. We need the team that opened up the season against the Gators, in that Ball State. Like, we need that team to show up against Syracuse. That's what we need because a close game. I mean, you played with fire against Georgia Tech 2 weeks ago, and you found out what happened with that. So to me, this is the playoffs. Just like I said last week in last week's video. Miami's in the playoffs right now. You have to beat Syracuse to get to that next game. Moving forward, I heard Miami hasn't played any ranked teams. Well, I mean, Syracuse is not ranked, but they're going to be probably the best team we played since I guess we beat Louisville. I think they got 8 wins on the season, maybe 3 losses or 2 losses, whatever. It's gonna be a tough game against Syracuse up there, but Miami can get it done if they go out there and play like they played in that second half, and play that complementary football where you're able to get turnovers and you able to stop their offense, and whether we're getting field goals or whether we're getting touchdowns, you got to get some points. And I think if you play that kind of complementary football, the Canes win that game. Probably be close, but you still, the bottom line, you just want to win. Special teams, disaster all year with Miami. Didn't give up like 100-yard kickoff return against Louisville. I mean, what's going on with this team? I have no idea what's going on with special teams. Defense and special teams has probably been the worst I've seen in years. And I've been watching Hurricane football for a long time. But anyway, hey, you take the W, you take the win. It is what it is. That Syracuse game is going to be tough just based on what we up against. We up against a good running back, one of the best running backs in the ACC. I forgot the guy's name. And then you got a quarterback that's going to play on Sundays. And then he has some weapons, right? Got a defense that's, they can be disruptive, but I think we could definitely score on them. If Cam got to basically take what the defense gives him. Stop trying to make them the throw across the body. I get it. He said, hey, I'm going to always make that throw. But come on, man. That was almost a pick against Wake. And that would have shifted the entire game right there. You threw another fuck shit interception where he's trying to, shovel pass it. I mean, come on, man. That's what we don't need. But I will say that I'm glad Cam is on the Miami Hurricanes team. Because if we don't have Cam, we're not even in this position. We got to be grateful to be 10-1 right now. I'm grateful that we're 10-1. It don't feel like 10-1 because of all the close games. feel kind of like we. It feels like a dirty 10-1. But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. But it definitely gotta. And I'm not gonna say, well, they gotta clean up some things. I mean, you're 11 games into the season. I mean, are you really cleaning up anything? You know, I mean, you make your adjustments here and there, and you go out there and play. But I am impressed with how the defense adjusted in that second half, because it kind of looked like one of them same games, right? Kind of looked like one of the same title. Oh, here we go. And then they adjusted in that second half. We need Mario to, hey, you got to bring it, man. Your team coming out flat. You got to bring it against Syracuse. You can't afford to get on the road and fall back. We need this one. And the symbolism behind possibly playing SMU with all them former Hurricanes on that team. Lashley was our one of our coaches. Man, that would be just amazing to match up against SMU in that game. Them going for their first ACC, we going for our first ACC. I mean, I mean, they got to handle business against Syracuse, and Syracuse is not going to be. They're not going to make it easy. But you know, Cam, come on, man, you're not going to win the Heisman. I mean, I don't think his numbers are jumping out at people anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, throwing for 280 and 300 with 2-3 touchdowns, I think that's a big deal. But you know, Canes are not getting no love like that. You got to go out there and throw for about 400-500 yards for you to get that trophy. And I just don't see that really happening. You know, thank God for our running game clicked in that second half to where we were able to kind of take control of that game, you know, with the running game. Lyle, my God, this guy is explosive. I like his running style. You know, I mean, on the goal line, you know, I get it. I mean, to me, if you got to get the ball to Fletcher on the goal line, right? To me, like giving the ball to Martinez on the goal line, to me, his delayed running style sometimes is not the best as a pursuit is getting in that backfield. You need that person that's leaning in there and can just bulldog his way up in there. And I think that's Fletcher's the best running back on the goal line. Outside the goal line, outside of the red zone, I like Loud and I like Martinez. I mean, I think we got to utilize these three backs, man, moving forward. And that should be our game plan against Syracuse, is to make sure that those three guys are so heavily involved, and then you mix in what Cam can do. Restrepo and them have been off, man. They've been off. You know, the offense is not clicking like it once was. It's not as explosive as it once was. I don't know if they got the two deep safeties taking away the deep ball, but regardless, you got to find a way to win this game. Miami is finding a way to win, and you know what? We'll take that. We'll take that all day. Anyway, I'm about to get off this video, but Syracuse game is going to be a tough one. You're going to be on the edge of your seats, Canes fans. We've been out there all season, so it's nothing new. But I think we can go ahead and take care of business and get ready for SMU, and then that's a whole different set of challenges. But we got to handle business. And the one thing I don't want to happen is Miami go up there in Syracuse, lay an egg, and then you got Clemson going into that ACC championship game, and then Dabo and them figure out a way to beat SMU, and now Dabo sitting there saying, "See, told you so." I definitely don't want that. I want Miami to go ahead and capture this thing. You know, I think anything short of an ACC championship is a failure. I do believe that. I believe that you would have wasted Cam Ward if you go up to Syracuse and lose this game and don't get a chance to even play for the ACC championship. I think that would be a failure. So a lot of pressure on Mario and his staff, a lot of pressure on the team, but that's why you go to UM. That's why you go to Miami for moments like this. You go out there, you go up to Syracuse, and you take it. That's what you do. You go there and take it. You know, we going to the ACC championship. We're going up here to take it. Y'all ain't standing in our way. SMU, y'all first year in the league, we taking it. That's the attitude Miami got to have. That's what the old Canes would have had. That's the mentality the old Canes would have had. And we kind of need that. We need to rekindle that. Defense, kind of, in any Hurricane team that's done anything, we always leaned on a strong defense. And we really don't have that now. So I think that's why a lot of Hurricane fans are a little apprehensive, a little, like you just don't feel like this is a championship caliber team because the defense ain't right. But either way, they find ways to get W's, adjusting when they need to. That's the goal, right? You play to win the game. So we'll see. Always a Hurricane fan. Always representing that U. Let's go up there and take care of business at Syracuse. Nitty out.